Yes, it has been 6 months since I last posted a video. No, we're not going to talk about it. It is also 6 days into Gothtober and I'm invested now. I mean, I make no promises to read any of the prompts, but I'm gonna be around. I'm actually currently on sprints with Hannah and Ali, and last night I done the Kiss, Marry, Kill on Tisha's channel, and I just loved it. I know I said I'm not talking about the fact that I haven't posted in 6 months, but I have been feeling the tug to come back. And I've been working on some stuff in the background. By working on some stuff, I mean thinking, like nothing's actually like going. But I don't know. I had no plans to start making and filming content right now. But when Hannah out of the blue asks you to do a live stream and then you do the live stream and then you do the sprints, why not do a vlog, you know? So here I am. There is also a little ginger kitten in the background. His name is Biff. If you know the reference, we can be friends. I would introduce you better, but he likes to go on that unit that he's not allowed on. He doesn't want to come say hi. You will see him plenty. Do not worry, he will make an appearance. It'll probably be the next clip. Oh look, the camera wants to focus on him, not me. Anyway, I'm not going to show you a TBR. I do have a stack of books that I have pulled out. Sorry, I thought he was gonna fall. I did the TBR game, I got some prompts, I pulled some books out that might fit some of the prompts. There's definitely some I'm missing, like I don't think I have a book that has an android or a robot. I was gonna say I'll take recommendations. This video will be up in November, so too late. But these are just tentative. So you will see them as I read them, if I read them, because I might just read other things that I'm in the mood for, because oh, Biff, come here, look at this man. You just want to be a menace. On you go. I have finally started to read again and enjoy my reading, and just I feel like I've remembered why I like books, and I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. So I will only be reading the books I feel like reading when I feel like reading them. Come along for the ride. I don't know. I'm very tired. I am very burnt out this weekend. Last week I was at Elle McNichol's book launch. That was the most fabulous, wonderful, heartwarming event ever. And then I had a public meltdown on the Friday. Trying to get home. It's been a lot. But yeah, anyway, there's only 20 minutes left of this sprint now and I haven't started reading, so I'm gonna go do that. I think I'm gonna start with The Owls Have Come to Take Us Away by Ronald L. Smith, because that's the book Hannah suggested because it had the word owls in it, and I think this ticks off at least 3 prompts. Green on the cover, BIPOC representation, and strong roots, because there's trees. So we'll see if it ticks off anything else. I will check in at some point. I'm making no guarantees that I'm going to give like detailed updates about the books as I go. I might just be like, oh, I finished this, or you know, if something exciting's happening, I'll be like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm still reading this. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. See ya. I mean, I'll see you in like 20 minutes, an hour, 2 days. You're gonna see me immediately. So I don't know how long it's been since I checked in. We've done about maybe 3 or 4 sprints. I finished The Owls Have Come to Take Us Away and I've given it a 3.75 stars, rounded up to 4 on Goodreads. It wasn't what I expected, but it was better than what I expected. But I don't know, it was good. I was engaged. I was reading, I think my best 45-minute sprint I only read for about 30 minutes. Sorry, Biff is playing with the camera strap, hence the jiggling about. I read like 75 pages in about half an hour. I do not read that fast. So it's definitely engaging. It's a good quick read. I basically read it in one sitting, obviously with breaks, so it's not really one sitting, but I read it in one day. And I've read Revenge of the Judoon, which is a Doctor Who book, which is a quick reads book. I did pretty much read this in one sitting. We had a quick check-in. This was fine, 3 stars. It's the first Doctor Who book I've read, and I've now checked off 4 prompts. Hold on, yeah, I've checked off 4 prompts. So this one checks off green on the cover, strong roots, I might have told you this already, and BIPOC representation. This checks off size or age gap romance. Listen, if you're new here, I love stretching a prompt. You cannot deny that Martha Jones loves the Doctor and he is significantly older than she is. Just because it's unrequited and just because it's not actually a romance book and actually she isn't really pining for him in this one, still counts. So that's 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can't do maths. 10. That's 4 of 10 prompts checked off in one day with 2 books. I am thrilled. I will be absolutely delighted if I can keep this momentum up. But for now, we're about to jump back in post sprinting. I'm gonna have to say goodbye because I'm off to my dad's for dinner. I might be back reading tonight if Hannah's still sprinting. But I am loving this. This feels great. I feel like part of myself is back. I'm not really loving that this is how I'm presenting myself back on YouTube for the first time in 6 months, but it's fine. You get me always. You get me always. And I don't think anyone's looking at me when this guy's involved. You're a menace. You want your lunch, don't you? Well, you had lunch. You've not had your wet food yet today. That's what the problem is. Anyway, I will check on you guys when I start reading my 3rd book for Gothtober. It might be a little dark for this. Hold on. Okay, that's better. First things first, apologies if you can hear Biff screaming in the background. He has been shut in the back lobby for the night. Safest place for him, nothing dangerous he can chew or get into, but he doesn't like it. Not when he thinks I'm still out here existing. So I need to film this and leave so he can settle. But I just wanted to check in because I don't think I've told you, I haven't told you the book that I've started, because I went to my dad's for dinner and then I came home and caught the last of Hannah's sprints, during which I started my 3rd book of Gothtober and of the day. I've had a very good reading day, but I've started The Loop by Ben Oliver. This is a book I have been very excited about for a very long time and yet haven't started yet. I want to say I got this at Yalk, but has it been out that long? Hold on, I'm trying to do this one-handed. No, it was published in 2020, so they might have been advertising it. They might have had arcs, but because I don't know how early in 2020 it came out. But anyway, I've been interested in this for four and a half years at least. So I'm finally reading it. So, sorry, my arm hurts. I don't have a vlogging arm anymore. This I was reading for the claustrophobic vibes prompt. I don't do claustrophobia, so I wasn't going full out and like finding some sort of like buried alive in a coffin kind of scenario, because that would stress me out. What I've went for is my favourite type of setting, which is like an enclosed space, a space where you're not enclosed. That's what claustrophobia is. I've went for like a locked setting, like, so this is set in a prison, so obviously they have a very small amount of space, but you know, things like a prison or a boarding school or a boat or a plane, somewhere that you can't just like leave. Does that make sense? So that kind of vibe. This is probably the closest well, no, a train's probably small. A train seat is smaller than a prison cell. But anyway, that's where I'm going with that one. But this also has artificial intelligence, so it is also going to check off my robot / android prompt. And a lot of the side characters have disabilities. My arm hurts. So we have a character who is blind. We have a character who has hearing aids. There are also characters that have like procedures done to them, like they're basically being like medically experimented on. So, you know, sometimes people end up like with amputated limbs and stuff like that. So it's not like a heavy focus on the book, but it is there. I'm not gonna count it until I've read more, because obviously if it's kind of shitty rep, then I don't want to include that. But so far, the blind and hearing aid deaf, that's the word. The blind and deaf characters, I think, are just blind and deaf. So I don't know, we'll see, because I don't know how heavily they're going to feature, but it would check it off. If it doesn't, I did read Some Like It Cold this month, so I could mark that off because that's got autism rep. We shall see. But anyway, I have read like over 300 pages today. I am thrilled with myself and I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take this up to bed and I'm gonna read. Actually, my Kindle book that I'm reading, The Vanishing of Margaret Small, I want to say is what it's called. That character is disabled. So I'm good. I'm checking it off. But yeah, I was kind of worried at the start today. I was like, I'm gonna pick a Gothtober TBR. I'm probably not gonna read very much. But I've almost checked off, I've checked off like half my prompts. And I'm only gonna need like 1 or 2 books to check off the rest. I actually think, I have tried to do Gothtober, I think every year, at least the last 4 years, and every year I have failed. And that's the times when I've been actively like making bookish content. Are you telling me that I disappear off of BookTube for 6 months, off the cuff come back for Gothtober, and I might actually complete it? We love to see it. Anyway, I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, but I make no promises. We'll see. Hello. Biff and I are chilling on the sofa. He's only just settled. And I've now whipped the camera out, which has this strap that he likes to play with, so I might be causing myself some problems, because he's been a menace the last few days. He kept knocking my lamp over last night, and I can actually see that the shade is skew-off, so I'll need to fix that. But I wanted to update you because it has been a few days. I've just been taking it easy. I've been reading mostly my Kindle book, which I've not been talking to you guys about because it's not really a Gothtober read. It could be, but like, it's not really. I'm reading The Vanishing of Margaret Small. Maybe I did tell you this. One thing we've learned is my memory has not improved since taking a break. We've also learned I don't have a vlog arm. My arm. We're just gonna persevere. It's absolutely fine. It's the first vlog back in like over 6 months. It's fine. We're getting used to it again. Anyway, I just wanted to check in because I have been reading, as I say, mostly on my Kindle, but I have also been reading The Loop by Ben Oliver, which is for one of my Gothtober prompts. It's the I was going to say the AI. No, it's the Android/robot prompt, but this has an AI, which I am counting because it's basically a robot. So far, I am literally not that far into it, like maybe 80 pages. Bang on 80 pages. It's good. It's only kind of just getting going now. Like the first chunk, I'm not even really a chunk through it, am I? The first bit was really just kind of setting up the environment we're in with this prison system and like how it works, and now something's going down, and I think it's going to be very different to what I was expecting, because I think all I really knew was it was this person in a prison. I feel like that might be changing. I don't know. I have one gripe with it. So the synopsis on the back, right, says, on Luca's 16th birthday, the monotony of life in the loop alters. And basically, like everything happens in this prison like clockwork. And that says that, you know, on his birthday, the monotony changes because like certain things don't happen that should happen. That's a lie. That's a barefaced fucking lie. Because we have the chapter on Luca's 16th birthday and the monotony continues. It continues for days and days and days, and then I could go and check because it does, like it tells you, like it, you know, like day 740 in the loop, day 748. But anyway, we have Luca's birthday And then at least like 3 or 4 days later, if not like a week or more, that's when the scheduled things that are supposed to happen don't happen. I don't understand why the synopsis is like on his birthday. No, because I'm sitting there going, oh, like, is it something to do with him? Like, it doesn't happen on his birthday. It doesn't happen on his birthday. And it's such a minor thing, like it's probably completely irrelevant. But don't tell me it happens on his birthday if it doesn't. So anyway, that's my only complaint so far. So I can't really complain, can I? So anyway, I was going to go and do lunch because it's, oh my god, it was 12 o'clock a minute ago. It is now 1:45. So 45 minutes ago it was 12 o'clock. Time is flying today. So yeah, I definitely should go and do lunch. But again, this guy. And I can't bear to move him. So I'm going to do some reading. Thank you. Sorry, I was waiting for that to focus on my face. I am the important part of this vlog, not Redward, my little... I think he's supposed to be a vase, but he just has a shitload of fucking confetti from the Palladium panel in there. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go read some. Might check in with you later today. Might not. But I will definitely check in with you tomorrow, because tomorrow is such an exciting day. Sorry, that was really sarcastic. It's my birthday tomorrow. Birthdays are weird. Birthdays feel weird. I have nothing planned. It's a day. Cool. Hello. We have officially been vlogging for a whole week, which I'm impressed by. Obviously I haven't vlogged every single day, but the fact I haven't just given up on this vlog is impressive to me. I think the last thing I actually said to you was probably that I would be vlogging on Friday, and I did take some clips, but not like this with me chatting. It was more scenery from a drive. My mum and I went up to St Andrews, which was nice. It was fine. I was supposed to be in Peterborough and then in London to see a show. Last week was a week and I was just not having a good time, and I was very overwhelmed and very stressed, and I wasn't even sure if I was up to going down to Peterborough. But then as my mum and I, we were driving down to Peterborough, and then we were getting a train, because there's train problems at the weekends, between like York and Doncaster or somewhere. So getting a train from Edinburgh to London was just going to be a nightmare. So we were like, let's drive to Peterborough, and then get the train from there. Anyway, it was supposed to be a 5.5 hour drive. By the time I'd like settled myself and felt okay to go, we were about to leave, and Google Maps informed us that it was an almost 7-hour drive, and we would have basically just made it in time to like get changed in the hotel and get on the train into London if we drove at 70 miles an hour the whole way and didn't stop. And that was never going to happen. We were going to have to stop for fuel, for food, to pee. So we didn't go, and I am still upset about it, because the show ends on the 19th of October, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go. So that's a whole thing. So I took my camera with me to St Andrews and I tried to vlog, but I didn't. So that's where we're at. But Hannah is doing the Sunday sprints again with Ali as well. I am still reading The Loop by Ben Oliver, and I have another complaint about this synopsis. So I mentioned before about it saying that on his 16th birthday, like the routine changes, but it's not on his 16th birthday, it's like a week later. Well, the first thing on the back of this synopsis is Luca Kane will die in the loop. No, he fucking won't, because as is explained pretty early on in the book, the loop is like the juvenile detention centre, so they're in there until they're 18, and then when you turn 18 you go to the block, which is the adult prison. So he's not gonna fucking die in the loop. I mean, he might die in the loop because of reasons. It's not really a spoiler because you find out early enough, but still, but it's not like that is the prison and he's there for, like, he will get moved to the block from the loop. So I'm just like, it's not important, it's really petty. Neither of those things are really the big deal. You know what I mean? Like, that's the plot, isn't that he is in this prison and is gonna die there, but then the routine changes. Like, that's not really the crux of the story. But it's fucking it's fucking irritating. I don't know why I couldn't open my eyes there. So anyway, that's where we're at. I am now this far into it, about 230 pages. So I've maybe got about 100 pages to go. Okay, no, there's like 380, so like 150 pages to go. I would like to say I'm gonna finish this today, but this sprint is gonna end in about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to my dad's for dinner because that's what I do on a Sunday. But I should be home about 7:30, and then I'll maybe get like an hour, 2 hours of reading on this, not on the sprints, but like with the sprints, because I think Hannah's going to go till about 9, so I might get about an hour or so of reading. Maybe, no, I was going to say I'm going to challenge myself to finish this book today, but I don't want to force myself. But also, I am very, very keen. Like, I can feel it. I can feel the love for reading is like, I would say it's back. I don't want to jinx it, but it definitely feels like it's coming back. And I'm just like so excited to read all my books. So I'm really excited to finish this book so I can pick something else up. Like, this sounds wild, right? Because I picked this book up, was it Monday? Maybe I might have started it on Sunday evening. I think I started it on Sunday evening. So I've been reading it for a week. A week is probably the quickest I have read a book the majority of this year. Like, the start of this year I was actually, no, I think even this year the quickest I've read a book has probably been within a week. So like, this is not taking me long, but because I started and finished 2 books last Sunday, I feel like I've been reading this forever. So anyway, if I stopped vlogging, because this is a 5-minute clip, if I had stopped vlogging, hello Biff, if I just stopped vlogging and started reading, I would get some more done. But yeah, that's where we're at. I will update you, I guess, when I finish the book, or if something exciting happens. I need to stop him from breaking shit. I'm in bed, sprints have finished, but I wanted to update before I forget that I listened to The Yellow Wallpaper this evening. It was like 20 minutes on audiobook at like 2 times speed. I can't remember. It was very quick. I was having to entertain Biff at the same time, so I don't think I fully appreciated it, but give it 4 stars. It's classic. It's gothic-y, at least. Hannah was reading it, so I read it. I have no idea how many books that is now for Gothtober, but as I say, I am in bed, I am tired, but I'm gonna read as much of this until I want to crash. And by want to crash, I mean turn the lights out and then continue The Vanishing of Margaret Small on my Kindle, because I have now conditioned myself to really struggle to go to sleep without, like, even if I just have to open it and like read a word and go, no, I'm too tired, like I can't go to bed without opening my Kindle. So see ya. I'm not even gonna say see you tomorrow because who knows, but I'll see ya. Okay, I know it's dark in this room because it's a dark green room, but I didn't think it was going to be this dark on camera. And to be honest with you, I don't think, it doesn't really do much, does it? Oh well. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on here quickly to tell you that I finished The Loop. 4.5 stars. It was nearly 5, but I don't know. I'm being very picky with 5 stars at the minute, I feel like. I really, really enjoyed it though. It wasn't quite what I expected, but in fairness, all I really knew about it going into it was that it was set in a prison, and it was, well, I don't even know if I thought it was dystopian. I think I just kind of knew it to be like futuristic, but it is 100% dystopian. Someone on Goodreads made a comment in the review about how a lot of dystopian books say they're the next Maze Runner and Hunger Games, but they're not, but this one is. And I think I'll agree. I did find throughout pretty much all of it, I kept being like, I want this to be a movie, or I want it to be a TV show. Probably a TV show, because I don't watch a lot of movies. But I think this would lend itself so well to that, and I'm genuinely surprised. I was gonna say I'm genuinely surprised it's not more popular, but I also have not been paying attention to, well, when did this come out? 2020? Yeah, I haven't been paying enough attention to know how many people have read it, but I think it has like, is it 1,000 Goodreads like reviews? So like it's not massively popular, but it's not popular. I don't know. Anyway, I recommend it if you like your dystopians, if you like things like the Hunger Games and all of that, just, you know, dystopian. Just, I definitely recommend it. And I think now the only Gothtober prompt I have to check off is so good it defies gravity. And to be honest, I probably could put that down for it, but because I didn't give it 5 stars, I'm not going to. I'm gonna, well, I'm listening to Wicked anyway. Sorry, Biff is being an absolute menace. I just, I can't concentrate. This clip is a mess. This vlog is, we're used to it. I'll let you know what I read next. Well, I wondered how long it would take for me to fall off with the vlog. October has not been kind to me, clearly, but it's fine. I don't know what the last book is that I told you I read or was reading. I don't think I told you I was going to start the Marlowe Murder Club, but I did, and I finished it, and it was good. And then I watched the 2-part miniseries, hi Biff, which I watched the first part, and I watched about a quarter of the second part, and then I just had it on as background noise. I am not one to say an adaptation is bad, or that I like, you know, I'm not like, oh my god, like they changed it from the book, because like I get it, you know, some things you have to change. But tell me, and this isn't a spoiler, tell me why they changed the first name of a character. Guy was called Andy Bishop in the book, but in the show he's called Giles. Why? Like, again, I didn't really pay attention to part 2, so like, I don't know, maybe it is a spoiler, maybe there is a plot point that it's like relevant to his name being Giles instead of Andy, but like, I don't get it. That's the sort of stuff I don't get. What, like, why? What reason? Why did his name need to be different? I don't know. But yeah, I did that. I also finished my Kindle book, which was The Vanishing of Margaret Small. It was alright. Our main character, Margaret Small, is disabled. I'm thinking kind of heavily implied autistic, but it's never said, and that bugs me. But I think it was done deliberately, because, you know, if you're ambiguous, then you don't have to try and get things right. So, I don't know. It was a fine read if you like historical, because it's set in the modern day, but a lot of it is like Margaret's past and her like talking about her past. So if you like that, like, the mystery wasn't really that mysterious or exciting, but just ignore Biff. I have now started Finna, which I am 37 pages into. It's fine so far. Looking at reviews, I think it's just going to be a fine it's not like, you get the pun I was trying to make, but it doesn't work. Anyway, part of me is like, just DNF it, Emma. Like, it's, the reviews say like it's alright, but like it doesn't really go as far as they want it to, but it's so short that I'm like, I may as well. But then also, I haven't picked it up in about 3 days or longer. The days are all merging into one. So is it worth continuing? Maybe not. And then on my Kindle, I'm reading Days at the Morisaki Bookshop, which this is not a Gothtober-y read. This one's good, so we're enjoying that. And also I've only got about 2.5, 3 hours left of listening to Wicked. I don't think you'll see it because of the lighting, but that's my whole Wicked collection. I could just grab one. I did in fact get the movie cover. I don't normally like a movie cover book, but I like this one. This has a new foreword from Gregory Maguire, which is one of the main reasons I got it. So yeah, nearly finished that. And then when I finish this, that will be my Gothtober oh Christ, I'm knocking everything. My Gothtober will be complete, which is wild because I don't know if I've said this already in this vlog, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but also not sorry. I don't know how many Gothttobers I've done. I think my first was 2020. So I think I've done, this will be my 4th, right? Every Gothtober that I have taken part in has been when I'm like, at least pretending that I still make content, right? And I've never completed it. I've never even like bothered with prompts. I've pretty much just rocked up for live shows and just, you know, been there for the fun of it. Now that I'm not making content, okay, I am making content. Now that I have been settled in not being a content creator or not being a booktuber, and I get involved for the fun of it again, I might actually complete it. So that's fun. I also wrote some words today. Don't ask me how many. It's like 115, but I'd already written like 36, but then I took some of those out. So like, we're just gonna say I wrote about 100 words today, which is spectacular because I haven't written in forever. I make no promises. I would like to do nano. Do you know what it is? I think I've hit the point where nano's about to start and I'm like, well, I don't want to start and then have to like discredit those words. Like, why don't I just wait till the 1st of November, which is just, I do this every year and then I don't do nano, or I do nano and then I don't write after, but I don't know. I'm just plodding along. I don't know what this head pattern is. Nothing changes. Everything changes and yet it all stays the same. I think there's a quote that goes something like that. Anyway, I guess I'll check in with you maybe next week at this rate. I don't expect to read much tonight. I was gonna say a committee meeting. Technically no, I have the AGM tonight. Elle McNichol's doing Some Like It Cold event in Glasgow tomorrow. She's doing one in Edinburgh tonight and I can't go because I've got this AGM and I'm bitter about it. But I don't know if I've got the energy to go through to Glasgow. So maybe you'll see me tomorrow going to Glasgow for Elle McNichol. Maybe you won't. Mind your business. Hello, my camera is dying, so I love that for me. But I just wanted to wrap this vlog up because I have finished Gothtober. I've completed it. I've read something for all the prompts. I did double up, but that's fine because that is encouraged. I am still gobsmacked that I completed, I don't know if I've ever completed any readathon, but I know for a fact I have never completed Gothtober, and it is just hilarious to me that when I was still making content and when I was pretending that I still made content, when I was delusional, basically, I barely even took part. Excuse me, I barely even took part in Gothtober. Like, I would be involved with the live shows and stuff, but like really I wasn't reading gothic books. Like, I was stretching the prompts as far as possible. Maybe it helps that this Gothtober theme is sort of sci-fi and more my kind of thing. But yeah, it's just hilarious that the year that I like properly took a break, stopped making content, I come back in and I do it. And I only got involved because like 5 days into Gothtober, Hannah asked me if I could do the quiz, and I was like, sure. Like, not the quiz, sorry, the what was it called? Fuck, Marry, Kill. That's the one. So like literally I only done it because I got involved in a live show, and then I was like, well, I may as well try and read some books now. So I'm very proud of myself. I was gonna go through the books that I've read, but I can't even remember what they all were. So you're welcome. But I've now read 10 books in October, which is my biggest reading month so far this year. I think February I read 9 books. January, February, I was on a kick. I was ready and motivated to like do so much with this channel. I had so many videos like thought out and then crashed and burned. So the fact that I've now read more than in the month that I was like feeling it, I'm very proud of that. So, sorry, Biff wants to be involved. Come on, say hi. No, don't bite me. I'll bite you back. So you don't like it? Thank you. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with that. I was gonna say I'm really pleased that I've managed to read so much when I've had such a crap month, but maybe that's why. Maybe I have rediscovered reading for escapism, because I think I said at one point in this vlog, October has not been kind to me, and it's continuing that way. I think the last clip that you guys will have seen was when I was gonna go to my AGM. I actually filmed something after the AGM, but we've deleted that clip because I don't want to watch it back. I was in a very fragile state of mind at that clip, because as I say, this month has been rough. So like last week was difficult. I have not cried so much in forever, like so long. Like I cried like 3 or 4 times on Thursday, and like I have like it was a lot. I should point out, just in case, I don't know why anyone would be worried, but just in case anybody's worried, it's fine. Back to the Future the Musical on Broadway is closing about a week to 2 weeks before I was intending to be in New York, and it's killing me. It's killing me. It's a very privileged problem to have, like, don't get me wrong. I spent Thursday sobbing and then sitting there and being like, you have a house, you have shelter, you're warm. Like I was literally counting my blessings, because I realised that I was like very upset over something very privileged. But Back to the Future is a special interest of mine, the musical specifically. It got me through a lot of shit last year, and I was supposed to be in New York in March, but I postponed it because I was gonna go and see Rob Madge's My Son's a Queer. That got postponed. But as I say, I have to use my flight credit by the 31st of January 2025. Realised My Son's a Queer is not going to be on Broadway by then. I wanted to go around about this time, October, November, but my mum had looked at hotels and said they were too expensive. So we're looking at the end of January, because that's when everything kind of aligns price-wise. And yeah, it's just killing me that the reason I booked the trip isn't happening, but seeing Back to the Future was like the purpose of the trip, because of My Son's a Queer not happening, Back to the Future was like the new purpose. So now it's like, it's just a pointless trip to New York, and I don't want that to come across as like me being ungrateful that I'm even gonna get a trip to New York. It's just, I've been 4 times before, so like all the touristy stuff, I'm not a touristy person, but like all the stuff that I would like want to do in New York, I've done. The other stuff that like I would want to do on a trip now, it's like because like here's the thing, I'm lucky that I can afford a trip to New York, but I can't really justify the trip, do you know what I mean? So it's like going for no reason. It's difficult for me in my brain to like cope with spending that amount of money on something that doesn't have a does that make sense? But anyway, we're gonna get over it and we're gonna have a great time. Who knows, maybe some other show will be announced as opening and it'll be like, oh my god, maybe Diana the Musical will open. If that happens, if Diana the Musical announces that it's opening on Broadway when I will be there, you can forget I've complained at all, because, oh sorry, I just smacked your ear. Anyway, my camera is flashing at me. Gothtober 2024 is complete. Maybe you were my lucky charm. You're like, I don't care, leave me alone. Once again, I make no promises about when or if you will see me next, but I would like to think that this will be the start of some sort of content creation again. That depends very much on how much I hate editing this, but you know, Nano starts, is it Friday? Friday, NaNoWriMo starts. It is time I write my book. Hold me to it. Maybe I'll see you next week or next month. Who knows?